8-24. Rest in paradise, Kobe, Gianna, and all the lives lost today. Everybody affected by this tragedy. Condolences to each and every one of you, and to everyone else, feeling a sense of loss and a sense of mourning. My heart goes out to you guys. Tough day in the world, not just in the sports world. Everybody tries to kind of, it's all over ESPN and everything. So, it's just, I'm sure there's people that are like, oh, basketball player, but he was more than that. And he was just getting started and doing other projects, and he won an Academy Award, for goodness sakes, for Dear Basketball and everything. So, it's just, there's a lot more to Kobe Bryant than the basketball legacy that he created for 20 years with the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's tragic, it's unfortunate, not the kind of thing that we want to see as fans, especially just because like my cousin Isaiah said, he was supposed to grow old. He was supposed to, be the legend at the games, the guy that everybody came and gave props to, the grandfather with the kids and everything. He was, that's what every man wants to be, is the grandfather. Every man wants to grow old and see the next generation of kids come up, and so on and so forth. And me, especially as a father, I can tell you that for sure. So crazy day. And like I said, not just him, but all the lives of everybody that was affected today in this tragedy. It's sad, it's unfortunate, but as is life, things go on. And I'll touch back on it at the end of the video, but there's a couple more things I want to say. But let's get what we're here for done and out of the way. And in the words of Popovich, it was a tough game, tough matchup, and we lost. But oh well, who cares? And that's my feeling going out of this week. Yeah, I lost, but in retrospect of what happened today and the news and everything that broke, it's just really puts things into perspective. But, still, we're going to cover what happened this week. Congratulations to everybody that won. It seemed like the East dominated today. So, if I'm not mistaken, every team in the East won today, knocking down every team in the West. So, congratulations to everybody. This week's close call goes to Team Duran Eggy, Team Duran Blue. They got a W today against Boulder Highway Eloteros. Team Duran Eggy squeaked out the victory, 641 to 613 for Boulder Highway Eloteros, a 28-point spread victory. The biggest margin, it was close. I thought I was on the receiving end of the biggest margin, and don't get me wrong, I got whooped. I got beat. I got taken down by Los Paleteros, but we'll talk about that in a second. Biggest margin this week goes to Los Hijos de Black Mamba, coming back strong with a victory, taking down Team Duran Mario, Team Duran Red. Final score for Los Hijos de Black Mamba, 754 to 469 for Team Duran Mario. Also giving Team Duran Mario the lowest point total for the week at 469, but giving Los Hijos de Black Mamba the biggest margin of victory at 305 points. Congratulations. Like I said, I got whooped this week. Hats off to Los Paleteros, taking down Los Más Buscados, 992 points to 746 points. Los Paleteros, 992. Los Más Buscados, 746. Ouch. 246-point victory for Los Paleteros. Congratulations. The other matchup we had this week, MLK Ball stays on the winning side of things, taking down Los Tigres del Oeste. MLK Ball put up 806 points for the second highest point total for the week, taking down Los Tigres del Oeste, who put up 678, giving MLK Ball a 128-point victory. The standings this week: in the East, Los Paleteros improved to 8-6. MLK Ball, also with a victory, improves to 8-6. They remain tied atop the East. Los Hijos de Black Mamba, they got out another victory, so they improved to 7-6-1. And Team Duran Eggy, with only their third victory of the season, improved to 3-10-1. In the West, it's tough in the West. Los Más Buscados suffer a defeat, unfortunately, 12-2. Boulder Highway Eloteros also suffered a defeat, keeping our gap the same. Boulder Highway Eloteros sit at 10-4. Los Tigres del Oeste now sit at 4-10 after another loss. And Team Duran Mario, after their stunning upset loss, notice I'm being sarcastic, to MLK Ball. And Mario, just a reminder, you said you were going to try this week going forward. Team Duran Mario is now at 3-11. Again, you claimed you were going to try. Try. If this is trying, it's the same result as last week, so I don't see it. Anyway, moving on. Now that that's out of the way, a couple of things I want to share with you guys. A couple of quotes that I found from Kobe Bean Bryant, just to kind of leave you guys with this. Kobe was quoted as saying, "The most important thing is to try and inspire people so they can be great in whatever they want to do." And that's, he did that on the court for sure. 5 championships. The remaining years after Shaq left on the Lakers, just the driving force of the Lakers and the unmistakable relentlessness of his work ethic, and he inspired countless not only NBA players but just people in life to do great things, and in many sports, not just basketball, and in many facets of life. So kudos to him. We all know that he was a great inspirational human being. And the last one that I want to read to you guys, this one's crazy. "At the end of my career, I want people to think of me as a talented overachiever. I was blessed with talent, but I worked as if I had none." And he was 15 years old when he said this. That's really crazy and really impressive, but it's a look into the mindset of who Kobe Bryant really was. And it's just, you saw it I saw it from afar, because as a fan, we heard the stories of his crazy workout routines and his crazy workout time. I found out today that one of the reasons why he maintained the crazy workout schedule that he did was so that it would not affect his family time. And that's just, to hear that, it's amazing to hear, because the more you hear about Kobe, I'm sure, and the more stories we're going to hear, obviously, in the coming days, weeks, months, it's going to be, awe-inspiring and amazing. The last thing I wanted to touch on, it's bittersweet. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's been a tough day. Kobe Bryant will be a first ballot, unanimous, posthumous Hall of Famer. Everybody knows this. He was going to be first ballot, unanimous for sure. Just for his career, the amazing things he accomplished, the way he changed the game, and just, like I said, the way he inspired this generation of players that's on the court right now. Even LeBron James said he was, in awe of this 17-year-old who came straight out of high school and paved the way for him to do the same. And it's, it's a lot of love and a lot of respect between them and people. I don't think people thought of it more of as a rivalry, but they really don't realize, like, okay, yeah, there was also this brotherhood and this love and this passion that they shared there. And like minds, you know what I mean? They got along famously because of their like-minded drive that they had for achieving the greatness that they wanted to achieve, that Kobe was able to achieve, and that LeBron is now currently achieving in his career. And also, LeBron is doing great things outside of his career. He's using the platform of basketball to, further improvements in life for a lot of people. He's touching a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. But the one thing that kind of put a damper on the whole Kobe's going to be in the Hall of Fame was now we don't get to hear his Hall of Fame speech. And that one kind of hit me and sunk in a little bit, because I guarantee you it wouldn't have been on the level of like MJ's speech, but I have this feeling that it would have been a great speech, and it would have been just a bigger window into who he really was. And it's crazy, man. It's a crazy day. I think a lot of people are gonna remember this day. In our lifetime, in our era, in our generation, Kobe was 6 years older than me, 5 years older than me. LeBron is a year younger than me, So I've seen these guys. I saw Kobe's entire career. You know what I mean? So he was 18, I was 13 when he was in the league. And, so I pretty much saw Kobe's entire career. Kobe to me was what MJ was to Kobe. It just the generation, and what Magic was to MJ, I'm sure, or whoever it was to MJ, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy, and it carries on and carries on. The further you go back, the more you see. But it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy to think, you know what I mean? Like, in basketball, the majority of these players live long lives. And you get to see that in like the generational teams and the legends that are around the game today. Bill Russell still comes around. All the Laker greats, Elgin Baylor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Shaq is still younger. So Barkley, Isaiah Thomas, all these crazy, Larry Bird, Magic, all these great players are still around and still involved in the NBA. And so it's really crazy to see this tragedy kind of just rip one of the guys that was going to be willing and already had shown it. He was willing, and he was driving these younger players, and he was available. He said, text me, call me. You want to work out? Let me know. 5 a.m. Let's go. He was still doing the same crazy, like he relaxed for a little while after he retired, but somebody posted a fat pic of Kobe Bryant, and he tried to fat shame him, and he was like, okay, fine. He got back in the gym, and he's Kobe. So he didn't really need a lot of outside motivation, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It really is. And, with this video, I'm sure a lot of you guys are reliving a lot of the Kobe moments you guys shared, you guys experienced. But more importantly than that, man, embrace life. Live it up. It's short. It's crazy. But, we we gotta enjoy it. We gotta make the most of it. So don't get hung up on the little things. Don't let petty beefs hold you back from sharing great moments with great people. Forgive and forget. Live life. You know, just make the most of it. If anything, this should teach us and kind of empower us to just realize that life is short and life can change in an instant, you know. Blink of an eye, things go south, and something that we do every day, something he did regularly, flying in that chopper was normal to him. He flew, most of his career he flew in the chopper. And even recently, they said that chopper was active. His personal private chopper was active multiple times this week. So, you know, it wasn't anything that was out of the norm for him, for his family, for the people that he was close with. I guarantee you a lot of the people on that flight today, on that helicopter today, that was normal for them. And, you know, we drive every day. You know, we go to work at these crazy places, like, you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen in the blink of an eye. So do your best to stay safe for the important people in your lives. But more importantly, man, just share great moments with everyone and live your life to the best of your abilities. Make the most of it. You know, find your way to inspire. Even if you inspire one person, you've done something that, you know, that's great. So, you know, just go out there and live, just live. All right. But until next time, you know, aside from the favor of going out there and living your lives, do me also the favor of, you know, keeping your ears open for the word on the streets. All right, guys. Love.